yellow, and then I did blue, and then I did yellow, and then I did blue. Do I have a pattern? Right. And we've been doing a lot of work with patterns, haven't we? Some of those morning puzzles that we do continue the pattern. Patterning is fun. But patterning is something that you people are experts with by now. And I know we like to make patterns, and you like to spread all these blocks on the floor and make all sorts of wonderful patterns. And that's great for you to do when you want to do that at recess. But this year we're going to do a little bit more with these pattern blocks and come up with different things. Pretty soon we're going to start the geometry chapter, and when we start geometry, we start looking at shapes. Does anybody remember the name of that shape? What's the name of that shape, Danny?
Hexagon.
This is a hexagon. Good. Very good. It's the yellow hexagon. It has how many sides, Danny?
6.
6. That's what gives it its name, the sides of the shape. It's called a regular hexagon. I'm going to tell you that because every angle is the same. But anything that has 6 sides is considered a hexagon. What about this shape? Tell me what the name of that shape is. Alicia, what's that shape? Wait a minute. Alicia, look at that shape, and you tell me what is that shape. It's a square, right. Don't go try to say, oh, I'm not sure. Don't get fancy. It's a square. Who remembers the rule for a square? How do we know it's a square? Beth?
4 corners.
Good girl. 4 different lines, 4 different sides. They're all the same. And we have 4 corners. All right, we have this interesting little shape, this green shape. What's the green shape, Jimmy?
Triangle.
A triangle. You've had triangles for a long time. What's the definition of a triangle?
It has to have 3 equal sides.
It doesn't have to be equal. They just have to be 3 sides. This one's a special kind of triangle because it does have 3 equal sides. Very good. This shape. There's a strange shape. Looks a little bit different, Todd.
Parallelogram.
Very good. What does it mean, parallel? Anybody remember? You may not even have heard of that word before. But this year we're going to talk about these a lot. Do you know what parallel means?
Uneven.
Not uneven.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Oh, careful. Listen to me. If I have a train track, the 2 train tracks run parallel. I want you to look at the back of your desk and the front of your desk. They're parallel. I want you to look at the ceiling and I want you to look at the floor. They're parallel. What do you think parallel might mean? Nicole?
Opposite of each other.
They're opposite of each other? Good. Can you figure out what they're never going to do? What are 2 parallel lines never going to do, Felicity? They're never going to touch, right? Take your hands and go along the back of your desk and go along the front of your desk and move it down. Are you going to ever touch each other? Not if you continue that line. Does the ceiling ever meet the floor?
No.
Hope not. Not in this room. All right. Parallel lines don't touch. Yep. When it meets the side. Well, when it meets the side, we're at a different thing. If it falls down. We're going to hope it doesn't fall down. Okay, so this is called a parallelogram because we have this side and we have this side. These 2 are never going to touch. This side and this side are never going to touch. That's a parallelogram. Look at this funny shape. Does that look similar to the shape you just saw? It certainly is. Looks like a flattened parallelogram, right? Look at that. Look at that funny name over there. Somebody pronounce that name? What is it, Todd? A rhombus, right. A rhombus is a squished parallelogram. Kind of looks weird. There are some other interesting facts about rhombuses that we'll get into later, but we don't need to know that. All you need to know is this looks almost just like a parallelogram, but it's a little squished down. And here's that last shape. So by process of elimination, Sean, what's that last shape? It's a trapezoid. Look at this. We have 2 what kind of sides? 2 what kind? Are these 2 sides ever going to touch? So what do you think we call these 2 sides? Shane? Parallel. It has a pair of parallel sides. What about these 2? If I continue this side, would it touch? So that's what makes a trapezoid. It only has 2 sides that are parallel. The others would eventually touch if I continued the line. Very good. Those are pattern blocks, and we're going to be learning a whole bunch of things about pattern blocks. What I need is 1 out of every 2 of you. Whoever did not have the compass the first time, come on back and get a bucket of pattern blocks. Are you listening? I see people not listening. Okay. I think because this is brand new and it's the first time you've done this year, I'm going to give you 10 minutes and see if you can make an interesting pattern between the two of you. You can each make your own or you can make it together.